Still a year and a half away from the 2012 presidential election, but already President Obama is in campaign mode, and several Republican hopefuls are jumping into the race.
Today, the president makes a quick trip back to Chicago. Political analyst Thom Serafin here with us. Hey, Tom. So the president's going to be on the Oprah Winfrey Show, and is this a campaign stop? I mean, it seems like it, right?
It is. I mean, from here he goes to New York for 3 fundraisers for the DNC. So he's coming in for strictly to do Oprah. No, I mean, Oprah's not going to D.C. The president's coming here.
Wow.
And according to the White House media reports, there's strictly a pool camera, the spray. You know, you're not going to be doing any Q&A. You're not going to be videotaping this whole thing. Oprah's going to own everything. So you got some still photographs. So, yes, I mean, they're talking about it on the air this morning. More than $300,000 for the Air Force One to fly in
Who's
and
paying
fly
for
out.
it, though? Because it's an Oprah Winfrey Show appearance, and it seems just very campaign-related. Will that come out of campaign donations?
Well, I think so. I mean, because they're smart enough to figure this thing out. In the day, you know, when it cost us $4.50 to fill up our car with gasoline and to fly in and fly out for the Oprah show, Oprah's not going to D.C., so they're probably going to eventually end up paying this out of the campaign fund. They're going to raise close to $1 billion. They raised $745 million last time. I mean, the Obama campaign is already, you know, in 65, 70 miles an hour. They're moving down the road. They're picking up cash all over the country right now.
Right. Of course, the president owes Oprah big, doesn't he?
Right. She endorsed him last time. Her numbers, you know, the irony, his numbers go through the roof. He wins the presidency. Her numbers go from 74 positive job approval rating. I mean, people that love her, the favorability rating, down to 66, and her negatives go up to 26%. So people are in the entertainment industry now that she's moving on into her own network. They're saying she probably won't endorse this time because she needs everybody to be watching. You know, she doesn't want to segment her audience just to the Democrats or the Obamas.
Right.
Let's talk about the other side of the ledger, the Republicans, and the race is on, and one name that a lot of folks are really surprised to see up there near the top is Donald Trump. What's your take on Trump? Is he a legit candidate?
Well, the answer to the Republicans, 46% of the Republicans polled by the Washington Post indicate they won't vote for him. More than 63% of the Americans polled in that poll say they won't vote for him. So based on those results, no. But he certainly is great copy, and he's causing a stir within the Republican Party, and he makes it more difficult for legitimate Republican candidates to step out into the fray because he's in the top 2 or 3 when you're polling. But in the generic numbers in those polls, when you ask, would you vote for President Obama today or a Republican candidate? President Obama gets 43.6% of the vote, and the GOP gets 40% of the vote. So there's no candidate right now except for Mitt Romney that beats President Obama in a poll. So the president is, you know, he's starting early. He knows it's difficult. His favorabilities are in the mid-40s. He needs to get them higher up. It's going to be a tough race for him. But, you know, 66% of all the presidents going into their second term win re-election. So it's going to be a tough race for Republicans.
We saw Trump is taking shots at everybody, but yesterday we saw him taking shots at the president, how to get into Harvard, this kind of thing. Do you think the Republican Party likes that he's still a candidate or thinking about being a candidate, or think they'd rather he just go away?
Well, I think they'd like to see him go away. But you know what's kind of interesting is that he positions the people in the Republican Party that are very conservative, like Newt Gingrich and others, as moderates, because he is so far out there now on the birther issue and on these other issues. He's talking about things that the Republican candidates don't want to talk about. They want to talk about the economy. They want to talk about the fact that when the president was elected, gasoline at the price at the pump was $1.83 a gallon, and today is over $4. I mean, these are issues that the president has to deal with, and he's not dealing with very well right now. So the Republicans have an opening, but then they have to deal with Donald Trump.
We're getting wrapped here real quickly. Would Indiana Governor Mitch Daniels be a positive entry for the Republicans in this race?
I think that's the only certainty. You're going to have more candidates come in, and Mitch Daniels may come in. Governor Christie may come in from New Jersey. When the Republicans see the tail of the tape and they see what's going on, there's going to be other people stepping in.
All right. Thom Serafin, thanks for insight.